Hi, Pisces. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, I am here to do your love reading. This is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Strength is coming up at the bottom of the deck. You may actually have been forced out of something. Again, this might be very specific. This whole thing could be for more than one person, but some of these could be more specific. I'm being shown here that there's been some negativity around either your home or somebody who's been kind of like looking for you, or I'm not sure how that's going to fit, but I'm being shown this like large figure, like kind of like a scary looking figure, ringing the doorbell. And spirit is trying to protect you from this entity, this figure, this energy, so that you can, again, kind of be led to somewhere different. And I think this is actually for somebody who you have a lot of light, you have a lot of love to give, or you have a strong light, especially as of recently. You know, you may find that a lot of things are attracted to you that maybe are lower vibrational or that are not really, meant for you. And it's almost like I think it's for somebody here who's been on a very difficult journey. Maybe you found this has happened a lot with situations in your life where you've kind of felt that, how should I describe it? Like you've kind of felt again like this tumbleweed is like the main focus. I keep seeing this tumbleweed flying in the wind. But you may have felt that it's been so hard for you again to find your path because maybe you felt invaded by certain things constantly. It could be energies, it could be entities, it could be people, it could be situations that kind of like have made your life difficult. And this is why strength flew out as well. Because you have a strong light about you. I'm hearing you have character. Spirit saying that for whoever this is for, you have character, and what you've been through has only given you more character, is kind of how they're showing it. Yeah, they're definitely bringing up a message for somebody who feels like your flaws are too much, or your flaws have, made you unlovable or something like that. And I'm being told as well for this person that, again, like I said, you are meant to kind of embody this energy of the tumbleweed and not stay in one place either for too long, because it's kind of like you may be meant now to start moving. You may be meant to explore different things that are more suited for you, because I don't know why I keep getting somebody is forced away from something. So whatever that means, if you've been forced out of your home, if you've been forced out of, I don't know, something here. I'm also seeing a large energy focused around the heart area. And yeah, this is for somebody who feels like something has been ripped away from you. Okay, this may have happened recently, or you may have had a lot of instances in your life where things were ripped away from you. You felt like you made something work, you made some strives forward, you made some accomplishments, and then it was ripped out from under you. Maybe, I don't know what it was, but something was ripped out from under you. And again, this may go back to the original message of this tumbleweed, somebody feeling maybe like an outcast, or maybe feeling like you just can't seem to find your way. But I'm hearing the reason for this, that they're bringing this message up, is because you have not truly expressed all of the potential that you have within you. And Spirit has been trying to get you to open up to experience that, So there's a message here about like, have you really explored all of your potential? Have you really been honest with yourself about who you really are? Have you tried this certain talent of yours? Have you given yourself enough credit for who you are as an individual? Again, something about your character, your unique qualities that you have about yourself. And I feel like you've been kind of leading up to this time where Spirit may be kind of pushing you or calling you recently to really make kind of the most out of your gifts. And those gifts could be anything. It could be spiritual gifts. It could be just something that you have to offer the world in unique ways. And I think that this tumbleweed is happening because you've kind of been in this home. It doesn't have to be an actual home, but that's how they're showing it, where you've been attacked. It definitely could be somebody experiencing spiritual psychic attacks for some, because they're kind of showing me in some sort of ways similar to that. But even if it's not that, it's just been people maybe harassing you, or people who don't see your kind of who you are, you know. And I think that's what this message is about here. I actually feel this is also for somebody, again, you may actually be thrown into a situation that may feel a little bit like why, like you may ask Spirit, like, why did you throw me in the situation? Why have you given me to the wolves, kind of thing? And I think it's because it's a test of your strength right now. It's a test of Spirit wanting you to get back to, like, you know, knowing who you are and what you're worth. And that could sometimes feel uncomfortable. It's like being kind of thrown again in the wind and you don't really have an anchor and you're kind of just bouncing and you can't seem to ground yourself. But I think there's a test, basically. There's a test for you in this whole journey, in this whole process right now. So this is for somebody who's currently going through this test. And yeah, we have the Two of Pentacles. Because, yeah, the Two of Pentacles, this is also for somebody that you've been kind of dealing with energies that are below you, for a lack of kind of a better word, below you or not on your level, but you may have masked yourself so that you can think that you're on that level. I hope that makes sense. So I think that, like, kind of like a bird flying from the nest, it's time for you to fly from the nest. It's time for you to take off the protection that you have, not like spiritual protection, but protection in terms of being afraid to do certain things. This is also, I feel, maybe this is for somebody, maybe you've been comparing yourself to other people, or you've been comparing yourself to, I'm hearing something about jealousy again. There's these figures they keep showing me, which can be a representation, you know, metaphorically of our fears. It can be a representation of jealous intentions, evil eye. It can also be just our own kind of demons. And I think that Six of Pentacles reversed. So what else about this message, Spirit? What is the reason that you're bringing this message up today? What is the reason that you're bringing this message up today? Yeah, because it's the same kind of thing here. It's like kind of, I'm being shown in the distance, there's like a city line, you know, there's a big city line in the distance, which in this case represents your future and represents everything that you can become. Yeah, Page of Swords reversed. Let me see here. I want to switch decks. What is the main focus or the main reason that you're bringing this message up, Spirit? Yeah. So here it's basically the same thing I had summarized. Magic works through you. Know your worth is at the bottom. Clear out the clutter. I'm actually being shown royalty here. That could mean something for some of you. You could even come from like a royal background. There's this feeling of actually I'm seeing like a goddess energy. So I think this is for someone who is meant to step into their goddess energy. Okay, so you're meant to, regardless if you're masculine, feminine, there's something that I feel is very powerful of your energy. Like I said before, you have a light about you. For whoever this message is for, you have, I'm hearing starlight about you. I'm actually being shown star bathing, kind of like sitting under the stars and you're absorbing the light of the stars. Could be a star seed as well. But there's this feeling of the magic working through you. And I feel that it's been, like I said, you know, it's been challenging to get there, but I feel it's time to step into your goddess energy, is what Spirit is saying. So that's the reason that they're bringing this up. And I'm hearing it's going to take tough skin. So that's the Strength card. You know, it's going to take tough skin for you to, it's kind of like you're going through a battlefield, okay? Or maybe you've already been through a battlefield. For whoever this is, it's like, kind of like you have to move through the battlefield if you want to kind of embody this goddess energy. That's kind of like how they show it here. So I feel like there's a light here for this person in the throat chakra. And I think somewhere else, I can't see where it is, but there's something definitely in the throat chakra. And it's like I feel this light is starting to grow more. And this light is leading somebody, again, to kind of make decisions here that are more in line to their higher self and their goddess energy. They keep referencing that. So I feel like that's what this is. And I feel like this light has been starting as a very small seed, a very small light, but Spirit really wants to say that the reason that you may be swept up from your current place, or you've been swept up from something and you've been kind of rolling like this tumbleweed, is because I'm hearing Spirit say that if there's a powerful person like yourself, whoever this is for, and you have a mission here and you're meant to do something, eventually there's going to come a time where you have to step into that role. And anything that doesn't bring you, anything that doesn't align to that new role, or that role that you actually already are and always have been, But like I said, you know, Page of Swords, there's been some interfering energies for this person, whether it's actually people around you or this is more like on a spiritual level. They can't touch you anymore, or they shouldn't be able to touch you anymore. And if, like I said, if you are meant for this path, nothing can really stop it from happening if that's who you are. And I feel like Spirit is coming in here, like I said before, to kind of protect this individual and to help them to make those necessary changes. So whether you've had like a recent upheaval in your life, or whether you just feel like, again, you're this tumbleweed and you're kind of lost, you don't know where you're going, you feel maybe things have been uprooted for you and you can't stop bouncing around in the desert. It's like there's been a reason for this, because Spirit wants you to not miss out. I'm hearing they want you to not miss out on who you are, not miss out on your life. So this is definitely a message for somebody, a powerful message for somebody. I'm being shown a spark as well, like a little spark, again, like kind of like the magic within you and the light in the throat. I'm also being told the soul star chakra, I think it's what it's called. That could be important for somebody. You may be working on that, or you may want to look into that. But yeah, there's a spark here, and it starts with the spark, I'm hearing. So it's like this is for somebody who needs to take that spark and make it bigger and believe in that small spark. Is there anything else here, Spirit, for this message for somebody, whoever this is for today? This could also be for somebody who doesn't feel like they fit in with society, you know, like I'm being shown, for example, you may feel like certain holidays or celebrations, they don't really mean much to you. This could just be specific for somebody, but it's like the reason that you feel kind of mundane or like things are not enough for you is because there is more for you. And maybe you haven't somehow had the opportunity, or you felt stifled, and you're correct that there's more for you. And so you may feel different because you are different, and because people don't always have to understand you. Sometimes, you know, people who are not understood actually have much more power than they realize. And I think that's really, it definitely feels very starseed, this reading. Yes, overcome any obstacle. The Rhino. Yeah, take the lead. Very strong, empowering energy here with these two animals, the stag and the rhino. You know, like, don't let this stop you. I'm hearing, don't let this stop you. Don't let this deter you. Don't let this, I'm actually hearing too, definitely this is for somebody who's been through this in other lifetimes as well. You know, you may have always been somebody who was singled out, or you may have been somebody who felt that you've had these certain things and skills and stuff, but you may have had a hard time believing in that, or believing in yourself. And this is repeating for you in this lifetime, and it's about time that you break it, that you break free from it. I'm hearing also it's safe. It's safe for you now to, for specific of you, it's safe for you to now leave something that you've been wanting to leave for a while. It's safe for you to even kind of exit the matrix it's safe for you to do some type of change that has been overdue for you, or simply it's just safe for you to not be afraid of being that tumbleweed right now. Don't be afraid of the journey that is unfolding for you, even if it feels uncomfortable or afraid or again, I'm getting it's happening for a reason. So for this person as well, you could find that there's actually a lot of energy here right now for you, like in terms of, you could feel like there's an increase in momentum and energy coming into your life. And I feel like this is happening. Actually, I'm seeing Saint Germain coming up here in my vision, which is the violet flame. So that's also a really good thing to do, to work with the violet flame, because I feel, again, there's like this stepping up. Like I said, goddess, God energy, specifically goddess energy is what I was told, but it can be either. But it feels like this is now your time. It's actually very strong. It's like, it's a message of like, whatever you're meant to do in this lifetime, it's really time now to do that, or it's time to prepare for that. So yeah, Saint Germain, you may want to definitely, he's calling out here in the reading to work with him, or to work with the violet flame, to transmute and to clear this clutter. Because I'm hearing once and for all, break the cycle, once and for all. And it's almost like, I think the tumbleweed is a good thing in certain ways, but it's also about like, don't let yourself just be a tumbleweed forever, because I feel like Spirit's saying too, it's time to take the lead. It's time to take charge. It's time to pull those reins and make something out of your life, where it's time to pull those reins and direct your intentions. Don't let these people invade you, or don't let these energies steer you down. Don't let, maybe your life ramble aimlessly because you've been downplaying something that you have to offer that really could change a lot for you. And so it's like kind of like it's okay to feel like you are going in the unknown, but it's also time to take the reins. So there's a mix between the two. And I do feel whoever this is for, you would feel this. So this would be confirmation, because you've been feeling this call recently, or you've been feeling like it's time to make this change, or you've been feeling like it's just time for me to have my blessings, and I think that that's a confirmation that your intuition and your higher self has been absolutely trying to get you to take control of your life and take control of the things that you can control, which are, your thoughts, your energy. I'm hearing, don't let yourself be sidelined. So if you feel that you've been sidelined by people, by society, by whatever it is, I feel like there's been this like trampling of energy that you've been in before. I don't necessarily feel like that's where you are now, but I think that there's been a bit of this trampling energy, where it's the heart chakra here. See, something about the heart chakra definitely. Some of you could have a connection to the fairy world, and they're coming up here too to help you right now. I'm also being shown somebody doing candle magic. That could be specific for somebody. Definitely fire magic is coming through, working with fire, working with, like I said, the flame was coming up. So that's something coming up here. Definitely like a flame in the darkness, a flame lighting the dark path, the way. So let's see, is there anything else here for this message, Spirit, for whoever this is for? Any final kind of comments about this or advice about this? Also, the advice is that wherever you find yourself in right now, it's also about acceptance. Accepting that maybe you don't feel, maybe again, like the tumbleweed, maybe you kind of feel like you don't accept, or you're having a hard time accepting where you are, or maybe you're not completely happy with where you are. Something here that I feel you have to learn to accept where you are, because if you try to push it down, those darker energies will keep knocking. And again, that could be metaphorical or that could be actual, but it feels, yeah, the Nine of Swords. It's about acceptance at the moment for you as well. The advice is to accept. Okay, anything else here for whoever this message is for, please, Spirit? They also want to say that you could be operating out of fight or flight. There's certain parts of you on a healing level that, you know, you're still holding. It's like kind of a phantom energy, like you're holding on to pain that may not even be relevant anymore, or it's not even really a part of you anymore, even though it may feel like that. So take a look at how you could be repeating a pattern here, because this is part of what is contributing to the persistence of this Nine of Swords. You know, so maybe you've had trauma before, or maybe you feel that, you know, if I were to do this, then it's like a fight or flight, I'm being told specifically. So you could have that kind of almost like a response from trauma. Yeah, if you, for whoever this is for, if you've been having any anxiety recently in the last like week or so, or most recently, again, Spirit's saying to let it pass through. Try to sit with it. Try to acknowledge it. Try to sit with it, because and this time, the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse could be where this is all coming up for somebody too. It's a very transformational time. I'm hearing the song "Wild Horses." That could mean something for someone. The Lovers. Let me get the final card here. I do feel like, you know, this could also involve it feels like a new experience with Lovers is developing, like we had seen in the reading. Why are you bringing this up, though, Spirit, at the end? The Lovers. Because you've been searching, yeah. So it goes back to the same message. It goes back to the tumbleweed message, where I said in the very beginning, this is for somebody who feels a bit lost. They're showing me that you're opening different doors. Is this the right door? Is this the right door? And maybe you've been doing that for a long time. And it doesn't have to be just about romantic love. It can involve everything. Like I said, I think there's a strong message about like life purpose and, all of those messages that we had earlier. But I do feel like this could also be about you opening the right door. And it's, again, it's been hard for you to open that door, but the more that you align to yourself and the more that you come back to wholeness, that it will lead you there. So let's see, is there any final message here for advice for this reading, Spirit? Anything to kind of close up the reading for why you brought this up today for someone, and anything else that they need to hear, please? I'm actually being shown a marriage taking place. Yeah, okay. So this could be in a completely additional message. I'm not going to go into like all the details of this one. This could be for a separate reading. But I'm also picking up surrender unhealthy relationships. This is part of, for those of you who also, this could be involving your love life. The same reference to you've been searching for the right partner, or you've been flying in the wind trying to find the right love, or trying to find your way to home. And home can be in somebody who you want to be with. Home can be just, aligning you to that soulmate love, or someone who's going to match that energy for you. And I was shown a marriage taking place. So I feel like this could also be that you're picking up the pieces. This is for somebody who's been picking up the pieces of your life and of your past. And as you put those pieces back together, and I don't know, they're not wanting to reveal too much about what's next here for this. I just feel like this is an additional message. The main one is the one that I had explained, but I think that there could also be releasing unhealthy relationships, that's a part of this. And the cherry on top could be some type of union that also comes in. So any final message here, please, Spirit, for this reading? Yes, surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So any final message, Spirit, that I may have missed today? Anything else that you want to say before we go? Yeah. So kind of like a vibrational match. They're showing me that you have to be a vibrational match to what you want. And they're showing me kind of like riding a tandem bicycle, and it has to be in synchronicity. But in order for you to be in synchronicity with the universe to get you to that place, you also have to see it. Like if you are not even seeing that you have work to do in yourself, or if you're not even seeing that maybe there's certain things that you can shift and change, if you're not even seeing that how valuable you are and what your future could be, it's difficult to become a vibrational match to that thing or to that future desire. So it comes down to you, but at the same time, again, it's like it's time to step into your goddess energy, your God energy. It's time to really embrace that and to know your true value, and not just your value, but like I said, it's more of like a deeper level than that. It's a feeling of surrendering to the complete healing that you need to do, which may be difficult and may be something that is still like a ghost in the closet. It still kind of haunts you because there's certain things you have not just accepted and surrendered. And the more that you deny that, the more that you push that away, it kind of just delays the process, and you could still be floating like this tumbleweed years down the road. So I think that the message here, to kind of summarize it here in terms of advice, is that it takes hard work. I'm hearing it takes hard work to look at ourselves and admit certain things to ourselves, and sometimes it's easier to just say that we don't deserve something and push it under the rug and not even see how great we really could become, because it could be too much hard work, because to see that could be triggering. But basically they want to say that you have to be a vibrational match to that. You have to also meet spirit halfway if you want to get to where you want to be. So if you're saying to the universe that you want love or marriage, like I had seen here with the lovers, you also have to be the one to surrender to your complete healing. You also have to look at that, So, yeah. So anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this could help somebody. And thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great night and lots of love. Love. Love.